All right, we're going to do a part two on this eBay lot that we purchased here. I finally got it in and I've sold some of the stuff already. We're going to kind of break down what I have already moved, what I kept, and what is listed and what's not. I've only had it for today. It's been in my possession for maybe 10 hours, and I've already sold a decent bit of it off. We're going to run through it. There will probably be a part three, maybe even a part four, depending on how it does. So let's run through. As for the autographs, anything here that is on a 20 or 35 point card stock has been listed. Anything on a larger card stock has already been sold. So all of these Olympic autos, they're all listed. I did just sell one of them a few minutes ago. Everything else is listed or is already gone. So the Jaron Hall is sold. Estime sold. This Americana card is sold. AJ Barnett is sold. Jackson sold. Amador sold. Rice sold. Harden sold. And then one of these Olympic autos sold. And I did want to say this Luke McCaffrey right here is actually an on-card auto variation, worth a little bit more than I thought. It's about 15 bucks. Just to run through some of the values on some of this stuff. So, like, for example, the Cheryl Ford, that's only a $6 card. But this soccer auto, this women's soccer auto, is like a $15 card. I had no idea. This red NASCAR auto is like 10 bucks. The McCaffrey's about 15. De Silva's like 8 to 10. Hayden Hurst, one of the ones I was gassing up, I was hype about, really isn't worth that much. This Juve auto, I think, is worth like 8 bucks. So not bad. Not bad on the auto value. So every single one of these relics, except for right here, Meyer Taylor, I can't remember. Elena, I can't see it there. Elena Meyer Taylor, I think. She won a gold medal. So I kept that relic. Every other one is gone. Every single relic here has already sold. It's already gone. I sold it to my buddy's card shop. I will give you the comp value and what I took for them as well. I didn't just sell the mems. I also sold some of the cards on thick card stock. Now, I did keep the Shadur Sanders for myself, which there's a close-up image of it. It's right here. I did keep the Shadur Sanders for myself because it's too low. We have two iMac cards. Well, there's three, but we'll get to those. Or there's actually four because there's this Cooper Cup right here. Let's see if we can see those in the photos. Is there any? The XRC Blake Corum is currently listed on our eBay store. I think we have it up there at $42.99. That I did not sell off. That is, in a mag, so it's technically thick. So let's see if we can get the numbered cards close up here, the thicker ones, because there was a few. So at least in this picture, this Panini Black right here, that's on a thicker stock. That is gone. The Cooper Cup iMac to 99 is gone. There's another Panini Black somewhere. Let's see if I can see it real quick. No. We'll talk about that iMac in a second. I don't see the other Panini Black. The Hopkins here, that's on a thick stock. That's gone. Anything on a thick stock is gone. I sold it all to my buddy because my Fujitsu scanner does not do thick stock cards. It cannot scan them. It does shoot myself in the foot a little bit, but it is what it is. I can't seem to find the other Panini Black card here in the list. I just can't seem to find it. I'm sure I'm just missing it. But there was a second one. Anyway, we have Kyron Williams here, and then we have Tony Pollard. Both of these went part of that lot, and I kept the George Pickens because it is numbered 4 of 75. That is jersey numbered. We listed that for $44 on our eBay store. I don't currently have offers on it, but I probably will turn offers on after a week. So I kept that card, and I kept the one gold medalist, and then the Brock Bowers XRC and the Shadur Sanders. Those are the only cards I kept. Every other mem, every other card on thick stock is gone. So let me run you through the mems here. This Andre Johnson here is to 50. Then the other two are to 199 and to 150. The Seaver King, which does have a small black patch in it, that was to 49, I believe. Wood and Tibbs are unnumbered. Shaw's to 49, I think. A couple of NT patches, nothing crazy. Bolden, I think, is to 150. Jameer is nothing. Larry Fitz, can't remember if it's numbered. Gold label of Matic, I think is who it was. This Frank Thomas, I think I might have undercomped it slightly. I comped it at 10, but I think you probably get 15 because of the pinstripe. And then we have the double JSNs, which are about $8. A couple of Miggy patches. This one was like 5, and this one was like 10, I think. Kyle McCord was like $3. Nomar was like cheap, like 3. Most of the Olympics were like $3. And that's pretty much that. And then the IMAX, the cup was like maybe 8, and I think the other two IMAX are 8. I could give you the exact comps. I spent like 30 minutes comping it out, and the total comp value came to $270. That was total comp. The other Panini Black is literally right here, Winston. This card and this card were in there. So those numbered cards and all the other thick stock cards, except for the ones I told you about, I sold for $150 cash. Now, I'll be honest with you. My original plan was to get 3 Final Fantasy bundle boxes of Magic because my buddy said he hasn't been able to sell any Magic in his store. And he said literally tonight somebody came in and bought a bunch of Magic after he hadn't sold it for months. And I'm like, that's how it always goes with me. I come to buy something and, somebody buys it. He's like, I'd honestly rather just pay for these cash. Like, I will take them. And, I was like, all right, you need to make a little bit of money. I need to make a little bit of money. You want to pay 70% at 270, which was 189. And he said, you know what I pay for stuff like this. I just can't do that. And I'm like, all right, meet me in the middle at 60%. I won't fight you about it. Which would have came out to 162. And I was completely fine with that. And he was like, let me do 150. And I was like, I'll do 150 and just throw in a little cheap something for me to open. So he was like, that's fine. And I went out to the main shop area, got myself a hanger box of Topps basketball flagship. And I was like, is this good? And it's a little over our price point, but if it's not, whatever. And he's like, nah, don't worry about it. Those have actually gone up, but you can rip that. It's fine. I was like, all right. So I opened it, and I did get a flag power players out of it, which is like $10, and then I did get a Conca base rookie as well. So that basically makes up my $12 right there. So I was happy with that. So let's do the breakdown. My original intention was to get 3 Final Fantasy bundles from him and then sell those. So those Final Fantasy bundles, I fully anticipated on getting $80 each for them shipped. So 80 times 3 is what I would have wanted, and it turns out he only had 2 because I think somebody bought one today. So that would have came out to $240 after eBay fees. That would have came out to $204 plus probably another 15 to get it shipped. So that would have been $189. It would have matched up perfectly with my original 70% offer. So really, the only thing that I did here was take a 10% cut and had no risk, cash transaction, and I'm already up on the deal. So I took that and I posted this on our TikTok. I can actually show it to you because I can do that. I'll show you what I bought with some of that money tonight from somebody else at the shop. My buddy didn't want to buy the card, so I bought it. This is the card that I purchased right here. It is an Albert Pujols Red Hollow Auto, numbered to 49, sticker auto. This is a card that has some absolutely horrendous comps. Jersey numbered comp is at 75. I can show you the comps too. So here is the comps. We have pretty much everything selling August of 2025, and I'm assuming that's right around the release date of this product. There really hasn't been any sales since. It hasn't popped up since. So this card has been largely unseen on eBay for about 6 months, which I did use that information to my knowledge. It does help me out a little bit, but let's talk about it here. So the first thing that we're looking at is Mr. Pine Tree. We have numbered to 5 jersey match for 75 bucks. And the one right before that did 95. Yes, we have 117. We'll talk about why this did 117. And then we have another one here for 85. The reason this Pujols auto went for more is because it was sold by DC Sports. DC Sports has a massive follower base. That follower base alone is going to put more eyes on the card just in general. And that is the only reason this card did 117. Um, and then the last comp, the actual last comp on it is 85. So I put this card at the 75 value. I was like, okay, last comp is 75 bones. After fees, after shipping, I'm getting like 56 if I sell it for 75. So I'd probably want to be at 45 so I can make $9 on it. And that price wasn't really the thing they wanted to hear. They're like, maybe I'll do 50. And I was like, I really don't want to pay 50. And they went and asked the shop owner, and shop owner said, I don't want it for 50. And he came back to me and he's like, let's do 50 and I'll give you this shitty mem card, like that came out of the same Donruss box. And I was like, honestly, don't want that. What else do you have on you? Something really cheap. Like, we're super close. We're only $5 off. And he gives me this little stack. And there was a 2026 Roman Anthony in there, just regular base rookie. A 2025 Panini Donruss Roman Anthony from the same product, and then a 2025 Panini Donruss Paul Skeens base card. So I said, give me the Paul Skeens base and the 2 Roman Anthony rookies, plus the Albert Pujols, and I will do 50. And that was a deal. So I did that. And the Roman Anthony's right now, I think they're down to like $3 for the 2026. And then the other Roman Anthony's probably worthless. And then the Paul Skeens, we're like 2 hours from Pittsburgh. So I can sell that at my physical location for like $2. So all in all, I'm probably getting a Donruss Roman Anthony out of it that I'll just hold on to, basically put $1 into that. After fees and shipping for the 2026 Roman Anthony, that's going to probably bring me down to like $2 there. And then I do have to pay a consignment fee on my physical location, and that's not counting rent or anything like that. But all in all, I'm probably into the pool holes about $47. Now, you would have saw I listed it high, and there's a couple reasons for that. Comps on the pool holes recently have actually gone up, at least what I saw. So let's just type in Albert Pujols Donruss 2025 auto. I looked at some silvers, and they were actually doing kind of decent. So you can see here, we have that's not a purple. For 120, right here you have a base, a regular hollow silver, for 75 to 25 did 140, 25 did 90, 82. So, mine being a color match, I think I can get a little more for it. You can see another silver here doing 110. They kind of bounce. Another silver, 125. But then you have a blue to 35 doing 90. I think having a red color match in the card not even appearing since August, I genuinely do think that will help me out a little bit. I think I can actually get probably 100 to 120 out of the card at the moment. It's just going to take the right buyer. I think the red color match is really going to help me out there. But that deal would not have happened without the relics and the mems from the lot. Because I don't really carry cash too often. It's just not really a safe thing to do. I just do not really like dealing in cash unless I'm at a card show. That's like the only place I will take cash. And I wasn't expecting, my buddy to be like, hey, you want to buy this Pujols? And I'm walking in my buddy's shop too. They're both my buddy. It's kind of confusing when I say it like that, but and when I walk into the shop, looking to sell these mems, and I move the mems, and then 10 seconds later, my other buddy walks in and he's like, hey, I got this Pujols for sale. It's like, it's weird how things actually do work out like that, because I was originally going to trade it for Magic the Gathering, which just happened to sell today, to which now my buddy, the shop owner, wanted to just buy the relics outright. to which then led me to purchasing a Pujols auto, which is direct result of me purchasing this lot. It's really strange how the world works. So yeah, that's where we're at. So basically, what I turned this into, you can look at it two ways. I turned all these mems and some of those thicker number cards into 150 bucks cash, or you can look at it, I turned it into $100 cash and an Albert Pujols auto to 49 plus a couple of base cards. It really just depends on how you want to look at it. But once that Pujols sells, and it will sell, I guarantee you I will net more than 50 bucks for it. So we're gonna very slowly, claw it back with that specific transaction. And just to give you a perspective, I'm still gonna just value it right now for now at the 150. So I paid like 400 and I'm just gonna call it 490. It was less than that. It was 480 something after tax and shipping and all that. But we'll call it 490. So let's just do 150 divided by 490. That's 30% of the lot paid off. Just with the relics. I don't know what I valued these originally in my evaluation video. I think 90 bucks. There was actually some decent stuff in here that I didn't see originally. Not all of it was great, but most of it was okay. And just a few number cards and stuff as well did really help out. And I did get, I mean, he didn't comp the Amador, but there's no sales on the Amador. There's just the listings. And I put that at 35 bucks. So that one definitely helped me out. There's actually no solds at all on it. I just put it at 35, and my buddy will be fine. But there actually wasn't any full sales on it, and I did not tell him that. Everything else did have a sale, and I undervalued this Andre Johnson. I think this is the red mirror to 50. There was a blue mirror to 50 that sold for I think $5. I actually valued the red at 10, a little more of a color match. But because the card has never publicly sold, it has never publicly sold to my knowledge, at least what is reported on Card Ladder and on Terapeak. This could be a card that's a sleeper. There's a couple other cards in here that, like I said, I think I undervalued the Frank Thomas. It's got a pinstripe. I think you could have put that at 15, but if we were going off of pure comps, I put it at 10. So it evens out. The Frank Thomas and the Johnson, they even each other out. Really, every other card, by the way, did have a comp, and I went true comp with it. So that leaves the only other card that's kind of up in the air is the Amador here. And yeah, like I said, some of these autos are on thicker stock, and they were also sold in that deal. But I'm very happy with it. So yeah, that's where we're currently at. I am currently still getting a lot of this stuff listed. Some of like this numbered stuff's just not really worth my time. So I don't know if it will actually end up on our eBay. Like for example, the Paige Beckers rookies are like $3 to $4 right now. I'm not even gonna bother listing those until the season starts. And some of this other stuff, the flags are up. They're like $5 a piece. And some of this other stuff, can we get any other picture? Like, I guess you can't really fully see it. But like the Ace Bailey's up, the Celia Boston's up. Some of the better stuff is already listed. None of the Star Wars is listed yet, but we'll be getting there tomorrow. So just keep your eyes peeled on our eBay store. Now, this video is probably not going to come out for a week. So a lot of this stuff is either going to be already sold or already listed. It's currently the 17th when I'm recording this, and I just got this lot in today. So having, 30% back in a day, I'm completely okay with that. If I can just get a few more sales and, get up to like the $250 range back, I'm going to be going into this very, very comfortable. In all these Olympic numbers, by the way, there was like 4 or 5 of them that had gold medalists already. I know the Olympics are still going on for like 5 more days, so any more gold medalists that do come through, I'll be listing their cards as well. And until then, I won't list any more of the Olympics. So that should pretty much wrap it up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the Yap sesh here. This was a really fun lot. I had a really good time with this one. And yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on this guy's page, but this was a lot that just made sense. Like his most recent one that I think we made a video on already doesn't really make sense for me. I already got outbid on it, so I'm not even worried about it. But I do appreciate you guys, and if you did enjoy, leave a like, consider subscribing, and I will talk to you soon.